Greetings, synergizing comrades, and welcome back to Synergy! Here we are again in our overpopulated area. Today's challenge, we must deal with said overpopulation. So, first order of business, we must add some new houses. Now, I was deciding between adding them here or here. I feel like we should just cover this area and then we'll be done, and then we can, do other stuff. But we could also reserve this for agriculture if that exists. I feel like it does. I think I've seen some like planted areas in the Steam thing. But then again, there's also room here. So let's just go over here. We have 72 housing and we have 75 people. But as we've discovered, each district can really only take a small amount of population. So this one can currently take 36. This one can take 46. Presumably if we hit the next tier, it might improve the range. So we'll take a look at that. But first, 36 means 12 more, which means 4 more houses. Perfect. And that should cover the problem that we have. For now. Alright, let's build a couple houses. I like to sort of alternate which house design we use. I think this is how we'll put it. We could also have put it the other way around. Actually, yes, because all of these are the same way around. Yeah, let's actually undo that. Ooh. Oh. Ah. Eh. Okay. So we'll go that one there. That one there. There's a little bush in the way. I'm so sorry to you, bush. I'm just gonna rip you out. I'm so sorry. Oh, we're out of that thing. Okay. The bark is also low. Are we still changing the bark into... don't do that. Okay, we should definitely update this situation. We're gonna say only limit there. Because it seems like sometimes we're making big projects. So having a bit of a supply is a good idea. And then... yeah, I guess that'll be fine for now. Oh, you know what we can do? Hold up. Hold up. Oh, our explorers are still returning. But we did just unlock the technology of turning excess food into fancy shenanigans. Into rocks, because we can fossilize them or whatever. We've got a little bit of a space here to create some sort of something. That's the world's vaguest statement. Oh, right. We also need to actually put an extension to the square. Right there. I do like that they can just be moved. So are you in range of everything? You're in range of that. Let's unjiggle that. Tower there. Do I want that tower there? Or do I really want to just move that in? I think I'm going to move that in. I think it's going to look nicer. Because this looks like too big of a blob, doesn't it? And then you ask yourself if it is the same blob, but why is it... Oh, no, I'll leave it like this. So let's take a look over here. We could do something with this. Or we just put, oh, expedition return, new trades unlocked, nice. We use this one. Oh, not the magnetic one. Which one am I thinking of? You! We use this one. And then if we put a bench, what is the bench? How does the bench cover the situation? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll put the bench there. I do want to replace these benches now with other stuff, just because I kind of placed these in a mad rush. Oh, I want to turn this house. This one will also need turning eventually. But you can be this, and you can be this. We have pontoons, right? Mm-hmm. Get into the pontoon of it all. There we go. Just adding a little bit of water. Because it will be, I think this will be an unprecedented level of drought. And also that is a wild amount of sauropods that we have. Where's our trade? That's the bartering outpost. Fossilize. This many. Now it looks so lopsided here. But you know, we had to do it to him. Canteen is done. Should this place have its own kitchen? Or is it okay that, you know, the things are getting redistributed at any given time? Let's take a look at what we can do. Improved production, speed, bean range of canteen. To the kitchen. Oh, see, speaking of the kitchen. And that just needs heritage and science points, which we're kind of on our way to get. Let's unlock sewing though, now that we've got those rotten resources. And while we're at it, I am going to say, do not use up all the sauropods. I wish I could limit this like for different industries, because I'm okay with the sauropods being cooked. I just don't want them to get all composted when we don't need that. So now that sewing has been invented, tell me that. Tell me what the sewing situation is. Chance of sprouting a new... Whoa! So... Can we sew? Can you sew? What can you sew? Seed scattering. Because you know what we could do? We could create sort of an area where that could be sown, where those seeds could be scattered. How many people do we have? We have 14 people. How much food do we have? We have 204 simple dishes. Okay. I think we can safely send people out on a new expedition. New plant can be obtained in the lakes. Technological artifacts or recurring resources in the desert. I say go into the lake area. An expedition of 6. Ooh. Okay, okay. It is a lot. Each place has 3, but we don't want to be over capacity, right? I say let's send this, and then we'll see how our situation is. Good luck to this long distance expedition. Knowledge. Are you guys? Oh, tell me about knowledge. What gives you knowledge? Do you have like a knowledge range? Oh, you do have a radius and you do provide knowledge. An explorer's hut also does that. Okay, so these actually have value. The field laboratory and the explorer's hut do have a bonus that they add. Okay, well that's good to know. A hatted tree is growing. Nice. Expedition has been sent out. You know what that means? We could move this somewhere useful. Yes. Very interesting to my interests. Okay, so water pump. Wasn't that in the tutorial? Didn't we need... I feel like for a water pump we needed a tablet. Oh. Water pump. Where was that though? I felt like that was somewhere around here. It just is not. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. What's that? Past and future. Different squares. Oh, that's so fancy. March of the Lumberjacks. Better yield. I mean, better yield is always nice. You know, that seems very nice. But yeah, wasn't there an invention that created the ability to use something as simple as a water hole? Don't remember. Maybe it's gonna be around here. Compost injection. Magnetic theory. Things are getting wild. Irrigation. Okay, that's the water pump. Oh god. Okay, that's interesting. I would say I'm in no rush to, you know, speed run to the future. My interest is mostly in providing our people with a good quality of life. But the game did warn us that the environment can get harsher and harsher, so maybe it actually is a good idea to research some things. I'm ripping out this bush, I'm sorry. It's not like the bushes are in short supply for now. Actually, we could move that tower here then. There's a perfect place here. Could use something that looks a bit nicer down here. I don't think we need anyone working at the infirmary, actually. Okay, so What else would you need that would make you happy? Pharmaceutical thingy. Agricultural farm we have not unlocked. Picker's cabin, arborist workshop is maxed. I guess we can make a pharmaceutical company. Company. Not the pharmaceutical company. Pharmaceutical factory. It's not my favorite thing to build, you know? It's huge. Takes up a lot of space. And we're not really sure we're gonna do much with it. But also, maybe these districts can be quite small. Maybe we could do another district. Out here. In the shroom zone. What's pausing you? Okay, well, we have so many planks, actually. Maybe we do a top limit to the planks. That would be refined products. We can say 160 planks is also enough. Don't worry about it. Put a lower limit on it. Carved wood and glass. My goodness, they get so fancy. All right, let's create the pharmaceutical business. Well-being. Oh, the sun awning actually also produces a thing of well-being. Do you not do that? You do, Shade. Well-being tier 1. Oh, that's why it's maximum. But why are you not maximum? Are you not in the shade? I wish I could see what's affecting you. All right, let's add the knowledge back to these people's houses and lives. I'm gonna say you can just live here. That kind of covered all the houses, didn't it? Yep, that covers everyone. So the other explorer's hut can go down here. Oh, perfect. Not that these people are doing any science. All that science is being done up here. Field laboratory, you covering everyone? Yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, speaking of which, we could actually study some more plants, right? These lads are spreading. Look at that. That's awesome. I love this place. I love what we've created. I feel like everyone's got some great stuff going on. We reached a prosperity score of 5,000. Expeditions reached its destination. Zone discovered. 3 new destinations in this zone. One of them contains an exceptional reward. A new plant. A smoke cloud and a chasm. I say we go for the smoke, right? Because, ooh, way there, way back. I say we go for the smoke because that means there could be people. How's the water situation? Okay. One observatory square. Oh, you really just want me to run forward, huh? That's what you want. But I want to improve my old stuff. I guess, you know. This would be nice. That part would be nice. What are you? Ground analysis. Ground analysis also sounds like it would be nice. I'm gonna do an experiment. Beautiful tree. And that experiment involves destroying this whipping gourd. No, okay. That experiment involves a little path. It involves a couple things. Flora, you. We are going to have to make a new district, but we're kind of out of natural shade. We can, however, always build more shade. This place is interesting. The water. The water has left. You know, in my country, there's one of the largest, I think, disappearing lakes in the world. It's this massive lake. It could completely disappear. And like an entire village or town's life is completely shaped by this. It's so interesting. And, you know, everybody in the country goes on a school trip to it. It's super cool. Some ruins are completely surrounded by petrified giants, almost as if they were laid out there on purpose. It seems possible they were planted in such a way to keep invasive species out of urban areas. -5 organic matter. What does that mean? Toxic for cinder sprouts. Oh, they like hurt each other. They don't love each other. They hurt each other. Diluvian bush produces more resources in the presence of a whipping gourd, so we should not destroy the whipping gourd. So, let me try and figure out some straight paths through here that do not involve destroying a whipping gourd. Because I don't know, can you? You cannot seed them. They just sort of are. Okay, it's time for a little experiment. Seed scattering. I will seed scatter you right there. You. Who are you? Why are there so many markers on this? What am I looking at? You're seed scattering here. That's the only thing you're doing. Yeah. You... That's your number 1. You remove the number 2. I guess your number 2 can be picking this. Oh, where's the vegetable? Wait, where's Miss Vegetable? Oh, Miss Vegetable's out here. And we never have enough vegetable, right? They also produce more, and they spread in living soil. Is this green stuff living soil? In which case... Can we also seed that? Can we seed the vegetable? I'm gonna try something. You do that to that shrub, and you do... Oh god, you're not in range of those shrubs. Never mind, you do that to all of those shrubs. You're not the best candidate. You can still do your best. The expedition has reached its destination. Reaching a highland from where one can see for miles around, the explorers meet with a grey cloud that covers the ground as if it were flooding it. Some think it is a pyroclastic flow emerging from a nearby volcano, while others feel an abnormal heaviness in the air. Still, there are no traces of sulfur or ash. After forming a vanguard party, they approach the cloud. Their suspicions are reinforced when they feel cold droplets on their necks. This abnormality is probably the result of some deeply affected microclimate. They have to make a decision. Should they risk stepping into the cloud or not? Yes, explore, let's go. The explorers emerge from a layer of steam and come across a sedentary community living in some sort of perpetual mist. A guide comes to their aid, proposing a tour of the city. He begins with the air conditioning tower. Which taps a high altitude airflow and carries it down to the ground. Its system produces powerful steam all around the village. Once the tour is finished, the guide asks the explorers what they want to do during the stay. Oh, we can't bond? You've already found the blue hydra! No! Collect plant seeds. A new plant called blue hydra tree has been found. The citizens are reluctant to give up one of their plants, which they've grown with such care. To them, it seems like entrusting a child to strangers. However, the explorers succeed in persuading them by telling them to think about how tragic it is that the plant has disappeared everywhere else in the world. Surely it is their responsibility to try and spread it out, so it can flourish again. More or less convinced, they place the plant in a small incubator and give it to the explorers. The guide mumbles hesitantly in an almost inaudible voice. If this little plant can survive the outside world, maybe one day the citizens will too. Oh, I'm emotional about the little plant. What's our satiety? Okay, I think we can do, yeah, one more and then head back, right? Smoke cloud or chasm. Let's do the other smoke cloud. Double the smoke cloud. Book of knowledge. What's with the hydra? Oh, orange hydra, blue hydra. We collected a blue hydra just now. That also makes me think you could make a version of this game that's sort of procedurally generated. I don't think this one is, but it could be like you could have, what am I thinking of? Oh, you could have like a sort of you know, the vibe is, let's see if we can change this to seeding it. Oh, no, this is all picking it. Okay, be picking it. These plants, you could give them a couple different bases and then a couple different color types, variations, maybe patterns and stuff. And so every time you're playing the game, the environment could be different. That seems kind of cool. As tasty as it is, one must not forget that giant fungus is first and foremost an invasive parasite. Oh shit. So I don't know what it means -5 organic matter, but we want to remove it, presumably. Oh, I guess you can give an arborist the command to just like get rid of that shit. You could just say pruning and just keep this area clear of giant funguses automatically. That makes sense. Look, we have a new hatted tree, but it's just the one. I hope that more happens, that more of them grow. Okay, we have a lot of idle people. We should deal with that. As all our pontoons don't need any work, we can definitely invest more into science. You know what? That's true. A lot of the things that I want to get that are bonus things are kind of just limited by time. So let's just get... Oh, we can only have one research center. Well, then at least we know that it has to be maxed. What's your problem? Overpopulation again? Okay. How do we get this district to level up? Water pump. Wind catcher? Y'all are wilding out. None of these other things are available to us. Let's take a look at the research. Can we get you? We may get you. Okay. Well, I think we definitely need to start thinking about another district, so let's work towards this thing. So the forge can now make bricks. We have so many tools. Oh, and we use the resin. Okay. Go on. Just leave 20 resin just in case. And then for the bricks, plant resources, raw materials, boreal rocks. I'll say we kind of want 50 of these, right? Okay. Let's cut a couple of these away. You are invasive and must be destroyed. Look at these hatted trees withering. How much research for us to be able to understand ground quality? Okay, so just a lot of science points. And I feel like we can science these points. Oh, we never assigned people to this. Whoops. A big ol' whoops. Okay. We're getting the heritage points. That's good. How's our water looking? Still over 500. You know, the water situation has kind of resolved itself a little bit. I don't want to say that too early. But that does seem to be the case. Now, what are these new districts? That's the wrong button. I keep thinking that the research should be the second from the bottom. These new districts we're unlocking. An observatory square. Open air observatory that encourages curiosity and the sharing of knowledge. Okay. School, library, weather station, science exhibition. Research center. Okay. Monument square. Ah, so these can be pretty small squares, right? I mean, pretty small districts. But then again, the bigger you make them, the more bonuses they can get. I'm just sort of, excuse me, I'm drinking some tea. I'm just sort of thinking about, like, where are these gonna go? They want me to put an observatory square somewhere, right? Obviously, we want to stay near the water. Maybe we never really looked into these. Okay, so these are really angry at us right now. I guess we could expand our venture into here. Have a little, you know, we could clear some of these spiky boys because they do seem to just be spontaneously spreading all over the place. We can build a little district around here. Do you provide shade? Yes, these hatta trees do be providing shade. So I guess that's a place where a district could thrive. Houses in the shades of these trees. Or because it's a science district, we can forego the natural shade provided by trees, and it can fully depend on homemade shade. We have 72 soft fibers now, so that could be a thing. In which case it could just be here. And it can be near these trees as like, oh, it's our project to revive them. That kind of sounds like fun. I feel like definitely settling around here, you know, this little inlet. I think that makes sense as just like, of course you would settle here. Let me look at this. Oh, we have plenty of wood, okay. So if I'm thinking about the extensions, yeah. Okay. We build a research thing here, extend it over there. That makes sense. So, one of you shall get destroyed. I'm so sorry. But I feel like it makes sense as a science location for these cinder sprouts to be removed. There's so many of them. So many cinder sprout. We're gonna test our theory here. If these guys can... Is this you? This number 2? Yeah. If these guys can actually, you know, sort of spread the plants here. The mere presence of Trickster generally indicates that it's already too late to save the local ecosystem. Once it's close enough, its vines begin to entangle the roots of other nearby plants, always killing them off to feed on their remains. Spreads in the mossy biome, toxic for all plants. And it's coming towards us. It's coming right for us. Okay. It's time for a massive venture out into the trickster roots. It does not say that cutting it should result in us being damaged, right? Yeah, okay. Expedition has reached its destination. Waking nightmare. The explorers approach a huge tree they spotted from the hills. They hope to collect some bark, branches, and fruit. However, when they arrive at the grove around the tree, they feel a persistent gas fill their lungs. We don't have any remedies! They find themselves feeling confused and start thinking they can see giants with legs projecting sharp shadows among the trees. Oh no! Does this mean we can return? I feel like this means we can return, right? Run away in total panic. Yeah, let's make our way home. That was fun though. That's fun. We've never had to run away in total panic. Always a first for everything. Alright. They're coming. They're coming with their massive amount of neediness. Tell me the size of a thing. Okay, so it's pretty big. It reaches all the way out to that rock. I'll use that rock as an indicator. So if I were to do an extension, I could do this here and then extend into there. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So this is not for the faint of heart, living out here. But we're going to, I think we could make a home here. As this is the research district, I think we're going to give it a little bit of a, a little sort of symmetry or something that's really going to let it shine in a very special way. I'm being very liberal with cutting out these cinder sprouts, but I feel like there's so many of them. And they do be keeping spreading, so I think I'm just gonna make room. Okay, we had some massive reaches into the pharmaceutical factory. That takes a lot of water, but also a lot of mushrooms. Where are our mushrooms going? What are we doing with our mushrooms? Speaking of mushrooms, there's a giant fungus. Oh, I guess we are doing a lot of purification of water right now, right? And that's kind of using up all our fungus. We're not doing anything else with fungus, are we? We better not be. The whipping gourd is rhizomatic in nature and also perhaps slightly opportunistic. Its root system probes the ground in search of water and can produce new specimens whenever it is able to fulfill that goal. Oh, sprouts spontaneously near other plants, does not spread, does not cause injuries when in moist soil. Ah. I'm just hoping that they do actually start spreading out here. Another giant fungus. Don't worry, giant fungus. I'll take care of you. So our square is built. And have we begun working on this? I think we can afford a few more people working on this right now. And get some bricks in here. Look at where this tree has sprouted. Well, I guess we're not putting that tower over there. Good for you, tree. You guys chopping those trees up there? What's the situation? What am I looking at here? Oh, right. Pruning? You could start pruning over here instead. Or actually, right now, I'm gonna say more notching. Because I think we have plenty of soft fibers at the moment. For now, I'm sure building a new district is gonna completely eat them up. Okay. Let's take a look at our research real quick. So in order to get this, we're just going to need bricks and a lot of science and heritage points. Bonus resin. Also a lot of science and heritage points. Thin fabric. -2 soft fibers per recipe. Wait, -2 soft... What are we doing with them? I thought we were making soft fibers. Huh. Increases the number of planned actions. Could be nice, although I feel like in most of our places, it's not the number of planned actions. People are just usually exhausted. I do think getting this might be a good idea, because that also just produces more ability to produce more science, right? What are you? Have we actually studied you normally? Surface analysis? Oh, look at that. I think an arborist with bonus actions would be useful at this point, just to get these giant funguses automated. Okay, so with all of that being said, I believe that we are going to embark upon the research square next time and create a little research district. I think that's going to be pretty cool because so far we've worked on these like very natural, organic looking, don't look at this part, organic looking districts. And I think having one that's just dedicated to research, having the opportunity for it to be in the desert and make it look very special and sort of deserty, I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I hope that you'll join me in the next one when we're going to figure out how we're going to do that. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to do all of the things that you do when you've enjoyed a video. Most importantly, make sure to recommend it to someone because YouTube isn't going to. I hope that you enjoyed your time with me, and if you'd like to enjoy more time with me, you can always check out some of my other content here on YouTube, where you can find a lot of Let's Plays, early access stuff, first looks, and also just all sorts of genres, from city builders, management games, colony sims, and even tower defenses. And you can also come say hi at twitch.tv/lulling, where we play even more games, streaming it 5 times a week. Sometimes not even games, sometimes I'm doing some art or, working on some project and just chilling. I live on Twitch, so if you want to come to my house, if I'm living there, then come say hi on Twitch. Yeah. That's gonna be it from me. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your life. Stay solidary. See you in the next one. Bye.